pretend you like each other. Because we gathered here today to recognize this relationship between you, Brenda and Brian, that began several years ago. And through the triumphs and trials of life, you have found strength in your love and your commitment to each other to endure and enjoy everything that has come your way. And in witnessing this ceremony today, we get to observe this outward sign of this inward union that already exists between you. Today, you are publicly affirming your love and your promises to continue to nurture yourselves, each other, and your union, to acknowledge this in your lives. So Brenda and Brian, I charge you both, as you're standing here today, to remember the love, the trust, and the loyalty that is truly the foundation of a happy and enduring marriage. And no vows are going to be more sacred than those you're about to make. And if these vows are kept unbroken, I promise your lives will be full of love and joy and happiness. So let's take just a moment and open our hearts to this presence of love that's revealed in this natural beauty around us, in the earth and the sky, the trees, the breeze, the sounds of the stream, maybe even once or twice the song of a bird. But let us also be aware of this presence that stirs within us, expressing itself through emotions of joy and happiness, but most especially that radiant love that's between you. And today we have gathered here to celebrate that coming together of your two separate lives, to share with one another in this wonderful moment of uniting your hearts, your minds, and your souls through holy matrimony. And for that reason alone, simply just allow your hearts to become peaceful and quiet and rest in this love that's brought you here today. And like the current of the stream that's right behind us, it brings life and beauty to wherever it flows. And so does that current of love. That current that knows the way has brought you to life and beauty both in and through each other. So let's just take just a moment, because today we are asking for blessings upon this man and this woman as we celebrate this momentous occasion in your lives. Grant them happiness and contentment as you establish your home and work together as a family to explore the depths of your love for one another. Bless their families and their friends and the relationships that have supported, strengthened, and sustained them throughout all their lives. And bless their home as a place of love and peace. And if times grow hard or challenging and tempers grow short, help them to look in their hearts and remember this love that's brought us here today. Now, many times when people get married, they assume that marriage is this beautiful box full of all these things that they've longed for: companionship and romance, intimacy, friendship, laughter, financial security, joys doubled, and sorrows and burdens halved. And most people pick their partner because they think and hope or assume that everything they found with that person will either continue or get better. But the truth is that in the beginning, a marriage or an intimate relationship only really gives you a taste of those. And that box is loaded with freebies and samples. But really soon that box is going to become empty, unless people start putting things back into that box, like love and kindness and appreciation. We all know that there's no love in marriage. Love is in people. And people either put the love in marriage or keep it out. There's no romance in marriage either. People have to add the romance and the passion to their relationship, or else it's just going to turn tepid and stagnant. And a couple must learn the art and form the habits of giving and sharing, loving, being kind, being affectionate, serving and sacrificing, communicating, and being consistent, and so on and so forth. In other words, keeping that box full, or else very quickly again the box is going to become empty. And that's what happens when people take out more than what they put in. And to keep that marriage box full, requires that you be willing to work at this relationship. When you love someone, you put things in that box. You invest, you nurture, you build. When you really don't love someone, but just say that you do, you're not really concerned about that box. Maybe you don't even realize that there's a box there, because the relationship is not about the other person. This is about you and about what you get. When you love someone, it's not about you. It's about them, or it's about both of you. It's no longer just you. And when that relationship is no longer just about you, then there's that box again. When you love someone, you don't just put in that box that's meaningful to you, but you put what's meaningful into that other person. What speaks to love to that other person? And that's what makes love. Giving and sacrifice, self-extension, going that other mile for that other person. We all also know that it's been said that a real journey in life, this is interior, a matter of growth and a deepening and ever greater surrender to a creative action of love and grace that's within our hearts. And now this is your journey, Brenda and Brian, as husband and wife. And by marrying today, you get to choose to travel as one to a home that's not a place, but rather an experience that's carried with you on every breath. This is an experience born of a deep love that takes you closer each day to the one that you love by simply being who you are. And so may these promises that you make to one another be lived out to the end of your lives in this atmosphere of most profound joy. So now, Brenda, if you could, please look at Brian. Are you willing to speak the words to strengthen your bond and make Brian your husband for the rest of the days of your life?
I am.
So please repeat after me. I, Brenda, take you, Brian, to be no other than yourself, loving what I know of you, trusting what I do not yet know. I will respect your integrity and have faith in your abiding love through all of our years, and all life may bring us, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish all the days of my life. And now do you, Brian, choose to marry Brenda? Are you willing to speak those words to strengthen your bond with her as your wife for the rest of your days?
I am.
So then please repeat after me. I, Brian, take you, Brenda, to be no other than yourself, loving what I know of you, trusting what I do not yet know. I will respect your integrity and have faith in your love for me throughout all of our years, and all that life may bring us, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish for all the days of my life. Since the beginning of time, the circle has been a symbol of completeness, a symbol of committed love, an unbroken and never-ending circle. This symbolizes a commitment of love that's also never-ending. And as you look at these symbols that are on your fingers, may you be reminded of the commitment of love to each other that you have made here today. If you please each take your rings. And then Brenda, if you would please place your ring for Brian on his left hand and repeat after me. Brian, I gift you this ring to wear upon your hand as a symbol of our unity, love, respect, and trust. Let these rings serve not as locks, binding us together, but as keys, unlocking the secrets of our hearts for each other to know bringing us closer together forever. And now, Brian, if you could please take your ring for Brenda and place it on her left hand and repeat after me. Brenda, I give you this ring to wear upon your hand as a symbol of our love, our unity, respect, and trust. Let these rings serve not as locks binding us together, but as keys unlocking the secrets of our hearts for each other to know, bringing us closer together forever. So now, Brenda and Brian, let these words ring true for you and what you have really accomplished here today. These are a few words from the instructions of life in the new millennium by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Take into account that great love and great achievements involve great risk, and that a loving atmosphere in your home is a foundation for your life. Be gentle with the earth, be gentle with one another, because when disagreements come, remember always to protect the spirit of your union. And when you realize that you may have made a mistake, take immediate actions to correct it. And remember that best relationship is one in which your love for each other exceeds your need for one another. So love yourselves, love one another, because love is all that your life together is, and all else will follow. So now, because Brenda and Brian, you both have exchanged rings and a vow and consented to marry one another by the authority vested in me on this great and absolutely gorgeous state of Colorado, I get to pronounce you husband and wife, partners in life. And for the moment, it looks like Brian has been waiting for all day. Brenda, if you could please kiss your groom. And now your ceremony is over, but this experience of living day by day is about to begin. So I charge you to go and greet it gladly. And may the sun bring you new energy by day, and the moon softly restore you at night. And may the rain wash away your worries, so you may live the rest of your lives in peace and love and happiness. Congratulations. You're both now married. Yay! We're pretty much done now. He's probably going to steal you to do one or two more pictures, and I've got an awesome another ring photo for you, and you guys, we're going to sign your awesome license, and we're going to go. No, you guys got to go take pictures with those on your fingers first. I'm not going to steal it away from you yet.
Brenda, come on. Congratulations, by the way, guys.
this really cool that people, the couple that they go to a different school every year and get married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, every year they go to a different club. So, you guys, if you could help the lovely Miss Brenda up, and it's actually a little shorter over there. So if you want to come around over here, because in that way you get all this over here for your background. Yeah, well, I'm not signing for you.
You gotta look over her shoulder and make sure she's doing it right.
And honey, why don't you go ahead and come and sit? Okay. All right. Nobody's left-handed, right? No. Okay, good. Don't hurt my head. All right. So this is a 2-for-1 shot. You're gonna put your lovely ring right here. Okay. And then he's gonna shoot over here. And then this is Denver County, so it doesn't matter. So Brenda, you do need to do Brenda, Lois, Callahan, and Brian. You have to do Brian Lee Ferguson. You never would have guessed it. Okay. So I'm gonna give you that. And go ahead. And now Brian, you gotta look, make sure she's doing it right, but not necessarily down her shirt either.
Or yes.
You can. I have to warn our groups because they always do that. They never watch when she's signing. I know. I'm pretty flexible with it. Okay.
Alright.
So now we're going to trade places. I know, that's why I was watching you. Alright, so Brent, we're going to do the same thing with you, sweetheart. Okay, just put your hand out here, big hand, and then, oh, Brenda, you need to sign down here. So when you get a minute, just sign down here. Okay? That's okay. Brian, you need to sign down here, and if you want to, sign here too. We're just going to make it all even, okay?
And I have to sign Brian for even though it's supposed to be outside my
Yep, that's a legal document, so we have to mimic that. Yep. Nobody
ever
does.
signs their name
I
that
know,
way.
I know. That's the biggest thing. Nobody ever does it this way.
Right? And a lot of places will say that you're supposed to sign with it. Yeah, if you want to sign up there too.
Yeah, sign up there too. Just make it all even.
Right? So at least it looks like you guys are doing the same thing.
I don't know why they do it that way, but
It would be so much easier, frankly, if that's how they did
right?
it.
Nobody does it. I don't know. I'm interested. I have a New York license coming. So yeah, okay. So Brenda, if you want to just sit right there and go ahead and re-sign that 3P right there.
Yeah, people coming from New York.
And it probably is going to be here because they don't want to drive the upper park in the snow. Tuesday.
Oh, it's
Snow?
The
Who
snow
knows?
Tuesday.
Especially in Estes. Like, you know, Estes.
I have
It could
2
just snow in
weddings
Estes.
back to back in the exact same location on Monday. Right here, sweetheart.
Oh,
And then I was supposed to go back up Tuesday to Estes, but she's very afraid to drive in the mountains in the snow, even though they're from Buffalo.
Yeah, well, it's not like...
It's not like it's but they don't have mountains.
no.
No, and her thing is she was she was scared to drive in the snow with the drop off next to her.
What's your
She's scared to drive by the drop off, period.
Right.
That's actually cool.
She can drive past it.
I don't want to. I
She doesn't
can't.
want to be passenger.
I can't passenger it, but I want you to drive it.
She's much better when she's behind the wheel, but like
Yeah,
sitting in the
we
passenger seat, she's like, it's like steering, you know, air steering.
Oh yeah, what's put on
air
the deck?
braking, you know.
We went up Fall River Road.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
National Park.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I drove it. There's no way I could have rode that thing. I had to drive that.
I was fine. And my daughters were hanging out.
Oh, this is awesome.
That's what our kids were doing.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
So what is the shot?
Which one? Actually, that was really cute.
Look at your license.
You don't have to.
Alright.
So now here, look. Now we can have your adult beverage.
Alright, how you get all that?
I have adult beverage. Have adult beverage. Yeah, I heard you.